Well, Magnus, we thought you were worse somewhere along the line there.
Well, so did I.
Yeah, I thought you might say that.
We thought you were even seriously worse at one moment, but you're not so sure.
It could be.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to get to... Well, where do you want to start?
Yeah, I mean, so... I don't know about bishop e6 at all, but it didn't look too bad. Here. Okay, whatever. So here I was. I should obviously take first. I mean that's the thing, and then go d5. And
Yeah, that looks...
And this looks very reasonable for black to me, actually, because the bishop will go to d6 later on, and it doesn't seem that white has a lot of attacking points. He might try to go queen c2 and go d4 at some point, but otherwise.
Okay.
To be fair, I don't know what I'm going to do either, but I think that's okay. I mean, after d5, somehow I didn't really consider this too much, and that was just incredible.
But in fact,
yeah, now
it's a pawn.
I was also wondering about knight d7 here, or rook b8, but neither of them looked very convincing.
Is there some problem here?
It looks extremely shaky. Yeah, you can
Can
go
he take and play queen b3 or something?
No,
Knight
then
takes
the
b4.
knight takes b4, but
b5.
b5.
Ah, yeah.
It's much stronger than in the game. Then the same takes, take on a1, knight b4, and then b4. And if knight c2, white can even go queen a6. So that's
Okay. Okay. So the game continuation is bishop d6.
Bishop d6. So I guess both of us were a little bit surprised that it wasn't easy to find an even bigger advantage than he got here. So d4, I guess, is normal. I wasn't so sure whether I should go to d7 or e8, but I felt that in some line it could be useful to have some attacking opportunities on the queen side. Yeah, queen a4. Obviously, ed5 was a choice as well. Knight d5. But then it's still not so easy for white. Maybe I can go knight d3 and later to f4. Okay.
There's pressure against the bishop on e3 there, and that looks not very clear.
No, definitely not. So I think queen a4 is good.
Yeah, it looked like it could.
And here, if I go queen a8, which is very ugly, then b3 takes. And, well, I might survive this, but it's not going to be any fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not sure I'm going to survive this at all.
Yeah.
Since the king is approaching. So knight d5, I was actually quite happy to find this.
Yeah.
And now it seems that I should be able to slowly wriggle out of trouble.
That's interesting.
Because I thought you were in big trouble here. Yeah. I didn't like knight d4 at all. I thought queen e2 was the right move, just to defend the pawn and to keep an eye.
Well, then I go bishop c5.
Yes. And then if I play g3 and king g2.
And
I can play f3, even f3. F3, king g2.
Yeah.
You can have a check if you want.
Still not so clear.
Not absolutely clear. Maybe b4, yes.
Maybe you can go over here.
Something like this. I thought this was a critical moment.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
a critical moment in the game because after another couple of moves, I thought you were most likely going to draw. It looked quite comfortable. But precisely at this moment, it was my impression you were in a lot of trouble.
I mean, I think Mickey didn't really want to leave the knight on c6 because of the king, I suppose.
Yeah, but you're not giving mate here.
But I mean, I don't know, really. So, I mean, I guess he was concerned somehow that I would get that the knight would be out of play, would occupy d file and so on. I mean, here I think bishop c5 is.
No, this looks like a draw.
Bishop
d6.
And
yeah.
Rook b5 next. But I thought, I thought he could still somehow maybe keep the pawn g3, rook b1.
I mean, what do you think White's prospects are of winning? I mean, our general impression was we were looking in the other room, and we just thought that there is basically no way you were going to lose this position.
I didn't think so either, but I also, you know, I didn't think I had any particular problems anyway, especially as it seemed to me that he was not going to put the knight on c6.
Yeah.
And so I thought I could play on a little bit and probably win the b5 pawn, and we still have an equal position, or slightly better for him, but at least with pieces on the board. I know that doesn't sound very realistic, but that's the way.
But in reality it worked out.
But yeah, I mean,
okay, queen f7 is a silly move. I just missed b3. So, and here again, he should definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
we were just looking at this.
Yeah, it was very, very peculiar because again, it looks like White is better. So whether it's winning or not is another matter. But you know, White is still pressing.
I was going to do this, and then maybe b4.
Yeah.
Bishop b6.
Some g3.
Yeah. G3. Well, g3, rook d2. That's
clear.
Yeah. So rook e1.
Yeah.
Now I suppose rook d2, just rook e6. So I was going to go rook d1, and takes, king h2.
G5.
It looks like I'm gonna survive this.
King g3. You're still struggling a little bit, but maybe not after that. Bishop g3. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's fine. That's fine.
So okay, after knight f3, it's still marginally more pleasant for White. Yeah, he didn't really need to allow queen f5. For instance, he could just go. No, on the previous move here, to be totally safe, just go rook d2. I'll probably have to exchange. Takes. No.
Bishop g3. Bishop g3.
But maybe here, or rook e3 for that matter. Then let's come in after rook e5. At least now, if I get to exchange the queens, one could make the case that Black is the one who has the moral advantage anyway. And now, after queen c4, rook d3, well, Mickey had a bit of time trouble, and it's not.
Yeah, 91 is
not that-
91
yeah,
is
91,
is still
Queen D5.
still satisfactory. Obviously, black has no problems
Yeah.
here at all.
No.
But
Yeah.
this was the key. Another key moment. He's
Yes.
gone from being better, strongly pressing you, to having an equal game.
No, sure.
And here he goes from being equal to suddenly being very, very clearly worse.
Yeah.
Over the next
But still,
few months.
I believe if he goes
92. 92,
Yeah, 92
is
also-
is one more.
and Queen B2 or Queen A2, then there's probably Queen D4.
Yeah.
And also Queen E1 takes. I was wondering briefly if I could try this walk.
To run around quickly.
And, yeah.
Ah,
We'll just. I think we're okay again. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
yeah. But
Well,
I
it's marginally better for black,
Yeah.
because your bishop is superior to the knight.
but another way I thought maybe was even better was to go knight D4. And
With Queen E1, Queen or check.
Queen E1, there's knight E2. Queen E1, there's
Queen E6.
Oh, sorry, excuse me. Yeah.
So-
So
Queen
Queen
E4
E4. Yeah.
So let's say Queen E4, and then knight E2. With a pawn on C4, white is absolutely safe, obviously. But again, this was the 40th move, and Mickey had very little time, so in that scenario, it's a little bit unpleasant to face a move like this. And well, now it's. Maybe he missed that I have Queen H1 and Queen D1, but then it's just over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the point for that, why you're playing Queen D1, is because the B pawn is very dangerous.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you take
Yeah,
with
instead
the,
of let's just see that.
just for
If
just for
context
the
will-
audience.
I mean, you can even go take. Okay, let's say if I go Queen D1 and then take the pawn,
Yeah.
then B4.
And then B4, and white doesn't really need to worry about his king side or anything. He just runs with that very dangerous pawn.
Yeah, essentially, it's one can say that it's an equal amount of pawns since both sides have one passed pawn. I mean, it's a simplification, but in this position, it's partly true, I think. But now, I thought you should try B4 at least to avoid C5 and gaining even more space. Maybe Queen E5.
And B5.
B5, and then I thought I was going to walk all the way over there.
And Queen C6.
Queen C6. I can go Queen D6 probably. Okay, then he can go Queen C3. But then E5.
Yeah. So it's a very, very substantial advantage, and huge winning chances for black.
Yeah, I suppose he wasn't. I mean, here already, it's very hard to find a move for white. For example, if he goes Queen C2 to go here, that's King F4, just Queen E5, and winning. One more pawn.
Okay, this is kind of a torture for white, I guess.
And
Well,
here,
we've just seen a resignation in McShane Kramnik.
here actually, even King G6 is winning here.
Yeah.
G3 is more elegant.
Okay.
Okay, Magnus, thank you
So
very
thank
much
you very much.
indeed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No,
Magnus,
it's-